Have you ever wondered why The Silence of the Lambs is considered one of the most impactful movies in the crime thriller genre? This film, made 40 years ago, is still highly influential today. Um, it won Jodie Foster her second Oscar in 3 years and established Anthony Hopkins as a major star. The boundary between horror and thriller runs through this movie, and it was one of the first to break new ground in both genres. Um, Jodie Foster stands among the most remarkable child actors to grace both film and television. Um, you know, her talent was so profound that at 11 years old, she was already making waves. Um, the characters she breathed life into during the 70s and 80s paved the way for more dynamic roles for actresses in future productions, with Clarice Starling in The Silence of the Lambs being perhaps the most iconic among them. Prior to her fame, it was typically either expected for a female law enforcement officer to be viewed as an object or to be overly stern, lacking complexity. However, Jodie Foster's portrayal of Clarice is no exception to her fierce reputation, but she also embraces the tender vulnerability that the script calls for uh, in a brilliant stroke of casting. Foster's performance was unmatched when compared to Anthony Hopkins at his best, a fact that remains true even 3 decades later. Their electric dynamic as adversaries powers the narrative of The Silence of the Lambs. In essence, the film The Silence of the Lambs is not merely about capturing Hannibal Lecter, but rather it delves into the psychological exploration of how understanding him could enhance your skills as an FBI agent, um, albeit at the expense of your mental well-being. And prior to this film, Hopkins wasn't well known as a movie star. Uh, his work hadn't been widely appreciated by critics or audiences, but he wasn't completely unknown either. He showed promise, and when The Silence of the Lambs came along, he delivered an exceptional performance that was so powerful they could omit half of it in editing, and he would still win the Academy Award in 1992. One of the most remarkable aspects of that film lies in its unique blend of horror and thriller genres. Uh, while Buffalo Bill undeniably instills fear, uh, he never actually kills anyone on screen. The pivotal moment of Lecter's escape significantly reduces the amount of blood depicted. However, if you categorize it strictly as a horror movie, I wouldn't argue with you completely. Anthony Hopkins' chilling gaze alone can induce nightmares. Uh, in my opinion, the distinctive atmosphere established by The Silence of the Lambs has left an indelible mark on Hollywood, both in terms of its literal portrayal and cultural impact. Today, we see a plethora of stories revolving around serial killers, their psychological exploration, and the detectives who become entwined with them, not just in horror or thriller genres, but also in crime dramas. With that said, thanks for watching, and till next time.